Is it Seth Lugo's time to join this group?
If I was making the decision, it certainly would be. It doesn't sound like it will be. The Mets are pretty set right now in the fact that Seth Lugo is a reliever. That's where they think he can be best utilized. But listen, I've been saying this for months. I've been saying this before the injuries hit. Seth Lugo is your second best starter, and I think right now Seth Lugo is a luxury to have in the bullpen. He's a luxury when you've got the type of rotation that the Mets have had over the last number of years. They do not have that anymore. They have two pitchers at the top in DeGrom and Matz where you pretty much know what you're going to get. Outside of that, question mark with Porcello, question mark with Waka, and question mark with the number 5 starter because we don't even know who it's going to be at this point. In a shortened season, you can't mess around. Yes, Seth Lugo is a weapon, but if you don't get to use him because you don't have the lead enough, how much of a weapon can he possibly be? So I would put him in the rotation. It would not be a question in my mind, but the Mets are not going to do that, at least not anytime soon.
Steve, I'm with you. I think he ought to be in the rotation for all the reasons that you just articulated. Their rotation is a weakness now. And I know there's a lot of hand-wringing over Seth Lugo. You know, oh, he's built to be a reliever now. He's not lengthened out. He's not stretched out enough. Well, I mean, this is a weird 60-game season, obviously, and starters aren't going with bulk innings at the beginning anyhow. So if he gives you 3 or 4 innings to start off with, and then somewhere down the road in a couple of weeks can get up to 6 or whatever, then I think that that's fine. And I think they need to take 4 really good Seth Lugo innings in a start rather than rolling the dice on some of the other guys.
Well, so to Anthony's point, Anthony, couldn't you get his stamina up as an opener at first, starting games 2 or 3 innings at a time, but building his stamina up slowly, becoming a starting pitcher, but at his own pace?
Of course, you could try to do that, and realistically, if you're going to make him, a starter, that's what you would have to do. The problem is with a guy like Gesellman out and some of the other guys, in the bullpen that they haven't quite, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but Hunter Strickland didn't look very good in his only appearance so far, and some of the other guys in the bullpen that would take a lot of bullpen arms to really stretch that out, right? To really do that. And to McCarron's point about, give me 3 or 4 the first time, that's not easy to do. It's not easy to go from a maximum of 2, which he did in his last outing, to go straight to 4 would be really hard for Seth Lugo to do unless he, had a magical first 2 innings where he threw 20 pitches. That would be great. But I don't know that that's going to happen. And then you're really taxing your bullpen, in a shortened season where I'm not saying I like this bullpen. I still think they're going to be fine. I still think Diaz is going to be fine. But I think that would be really hard for them to do at this point. I think it is the smartest option to make Lugo a starter.